Sabi nila, if you are a leader, your main responsibility is to mentor and develop the people that you lead. You know what? I beg to disagree. Kasi there's a reason why self-help is called self-help. There's a reason why personal development is called personal development. The hard reality is, you cannot push people if they're not willing to move. That's why tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to make a bold claim that if you are a leader, your primary role is not to mentor and develop your people, but rather to create an environment where the people that you lead would want to be developed and to be mentored. And that kind of environment can only be created with what I call the heart of influential leadership, and that is nothing else but trust. Trust. It's the glue that holds strong relationships together, whether personal or professional. So if you're a leader or if you're aspiring to be one, I challenge you to take it as your personal mission to learn to cultivate trust in your team. Remember, trust is the highest form of appreciation that you can give to any person. And the person who feels appreciated will always do more than what's expected. Ako po si Ada Cuaresma at ito ang aking Real Talk, the heart of influential leadership.
And let's go to your discourse on leadership.
Yes.
Ganda!
Thank you.
Go ahead, talk more about it.
The title is called Real Talk. When you attend a leadership seminar, parang normally the topics are more like leadership 101, what are the qualities of a leader, how do you define leadership? So I wanted to attack it differently. And so what I focused on trust. So my talk is not about leadership, but it's about trust and how as a leader, yun ang trabaho mo, to cultivate that environment where people trust each other. Kasi you don't want, to huddle your team.
Okay.
And then after that, the real huddle is in the bathroom or in the pantry when you're no longer around.
It is very interesting that you start your short discourse on leadership is not about development and mentoring.
Yes.
Again, that's disruptive.
Yes, opo.
Kasi meron tayong pananaw na pag isa kang leader, kailangan mini-mentor, kailangan dinidevelop ang iyong mga tao.
Yes, I beg to disagree. And it's worth saying again that there's a reason why self-help is called self-help. There's people in our lives na, I shower you with all the tips, the books, the inspiration, whatever. But if you're not ready to live your life as if you've learned the lesson, then all of that is useless. So, kumbaga, what you need to do is to create the environment na kahit wala ka, gugustuhin niya na gawin yung babasahin yung libro or mai-inspire siya, mamomotivate siya in his own terms.
When
diba?
you're able to create that environment, is that conducive to mentoring?
Of course.
Doon pwede
That's the
pumasok
point.
ang mentoring
Yes.
at saka ang development.
Yes.
Pero without that environment, kung halimbawa sasabihin mo lang, ganito ang dapat nangyayari, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Kasi parang mangyayari dyan, yung classic na pasok dito, labas sa kabila. Diba?
Or hindi sa puso ang development.
Yes, exactly.
Diba?
Kumbaga, they're doing it. Sabi nga, diba, yung first level of leadership is leadership by position. So at that level, people do what you ask them to do because you're the boss. Kasi pag di ko to ginawa, it's punitive, it's based on fear. But it's not based on nakikita nila yung value nung pinapagawa mo, that this is gonna help me become a better person, this is gonna help me, better my work.
And help my boss.
Yes, exactly, diba? Dito boy, in the talk actually, the real, I invented what I call the hierarchy of trust. So R.E.A.L stands for those 4 levels. And
they are?
Well, the first one is results.
Okay.
Kumaga at the surface, diba? We trust people based on their results, meaning because they've proven something. And then the second level is letter E, which is your energy. So if you haven't delivered results, but you are the enthusiastic leader, nakakahawa yun eh. When you're excited about, come on guys, we can do this, diba? So people get, uy, parang naniniwala ako sa kanya. Diba? And then the deeper level, letter A, is authenticity. Obviously, you wouldn't trust a person whom you can see is fake, right? And last but not the least is love. Aww. But seriously, because if you really think about it, the deepest level of trust that can exist between two people is the knowing that you have the best intentions for me. And that's love. Minsan, kailangan mo masaktan, kailangan mo dumaan dun sa proseso, mahabang panahon, and then you'll find out the person has a self-serving hidden agenda. So you're like, wala na. You know, trust is broken, just like that. You didn't even get to that love level, unfortunately, because you found out that that person was in it for what they can get and not for what they can give.
Okay, and then you define trust, no?
Yes.
It's about being a feeling and not...
Not an instruction. Yes. Diba? And we hear that a lot. Trust me, this is gonna work.
Like it
But
happens
seriously.
like that.
You know what's so interesting about this again is I'm hearing you for the first time, Ada, and I am attracted to the discourse because you put it in a way that I can actually relate to.
Simple lang.
I can actually relate to its being real.
Yes, and that's the point. The entire talk is really, come on guys, magpakatotoo tayo.
Okay, Ada.
Ako kasi, I've always been a nerd ever since. So normally, parang yung sinasabi nga ni Mr. Speaks kanina, so I would read a lot of stuff, I would absorb a lot of stuff without knowing what they're for. Pero parang in my mind, usually, when I read something or when I get information, when I learn something, ang question lagi sa utak ko is, how can I teach this? Actually, I just want to mention that I actually had a mentor. So I'm siguro compared to Vince and Mr. Speaks, I'm relatively new in the professional speaking field. So I started in 2014. My mentor was Sir Pocholo Gonzales, the voice master of the Philippines. And as one of the, nagsimula ako sa kanya, and when I say nagsimula ako, na parang, pag may talk siya, he would give me 5 minutes to speak on stage in his stage time, yung mga ganon. Doon ako nagsimula. So, walang sense yung mga sinasabi ko noon, yung mga ganyan. And then, eventually, I got invited. Actually, after noon, naging proxy ako sa kanya pagka may invitation pero hindi siya available. So, ako yung pinapadala. Hindi ako available pero si Ada kunin nyo, ganon. And then, until eventually, I got my own audience, so to speak. So, I got invited in my own speaking engagements. In public speaking, when people ask me, so, paano ba? Yung paano nga ba ako matututo or paano ako gagaling? I would always say, just do it. Yeah.
If you were to deliver your last speech,
Okay. Well, for me, I think I want to be known as the queen of real talk now. O talagang sinabi ko. But seriously.
that's a brand.
Yes, that's a
Okay.
brand. But for me, trust, I think whenever I talk about trust, it really boils down to two main important things about us as human beings, and that's respect and compassion. I think one of the things that make it difficult for people to tell their truth, to be real, is because they're afraid that they're going to be judged. They're afraid that they're going to get hurt, and they're afraid that they're going to hurt others with their truth. But again, let's all learn to trust, and let's all learn to be the trustworthy people that we are supposed to be, because baliin na natin yung notion that the truth hurts but it will set you free, because it's a vicious cycle. You know, you can say the truth hurts, yeah, but it will set you free, but you know the truth hurts. You know? So it will go on forever. So let's just think, actually, there is a way for us to tell the truth and still feel safe and feel respected. And at the end of the day, isn't that what we just really want as humans? To be loved and respected and accepted for who we really are. Real talk.
But keep on inspiring, keep on motivating, and keep on helping people better themselves. Sometimes even without you guys knowing it. Continue the journey. And one step leads us to the biggest steps in our lives. And sometimes we don't label our dreams. One thing I learned today is that you don't have to rhapsodize, annotate your life as to where you're going. Just seize that moment. Enjoy the brokenness. Enjoy the realness. Enjoy the success. You know, that's what life is all about. Sometimes you don't even have to overthink. You just have to be in the moment. We just have to be in the moment, because this moment is a gift. This is really a gift.
It's a gift.
And this is not an accident that we guys got together today and spoke to each other, conversed, communicated. And thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you.
Thank
And to
you.
me, that's the bottom line. Pilipinas, good night.